Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I get a quick and easy makeup look when I'm in a hurry and I need to get out the door as quick as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it, and right now I'm just applying a moisturizer. This is just an Olay moisturizer and it's an anti-aging one. You can get it at Walgreens or CVS. I apply it everywhere because I am going to be using a powder foundation and I don't want it to dry out my face, so I always make sure to apply moisturizer. Make sure it's all nice and evenly distributed. Alrighty, and then I will take a concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Light, and I'll just apply a tiny bit underneath my eye area. And I'll take my L'Oreal sponge and I'll tap that out. Excuse the facial expressions. For some reason, I feel like I apply my makeup better if my mouth is open while I'm tapping out concealer or applying mascara. It just helps. So notice I'm tapping, not dragging the concealer. This keeps the coverage where I want it to be. And I also apply it on the nostril area. Women tend to get redness there from hormones, so I always make sure to apply in that area. Once I have that blended out, I take this Rimmel Stay Matte powder in the shade Transparent. And I like to take it on a Real Technique sponge. I kind of swirl it into the pan, get quite a bit on my sponge, and tap it everywhere I put that concealer. Down the bridge of the nose a little there too. Also, I'll take the concealer or whatever's left from the sponge that we used to blend out the concealer, and I'll take it on the eyelids just to kind of cancel out any redness or dark veins that we have. So I like to take that. And then I'll take that translucent or transparent powder and kind of tap it over the eyelids to set that concealer in place as well. Next, I'll go in with this Maybelline Mineral powder. It's in the shade Nude, and it's just a loose foundation powder. Put some in the cap, and then I'll use my flat top brush, get some on there. And the areas that I want the most coverage, I'll tap, and then the areas where I don't need as much coverage, I'll buff it in circular motions. So the forehead area, I just kind of buff it in. And then on the cheek area, I tend to get the most pores, so I just kind of like to press it in there. This powder does a really good job of filling in pores and making your face look seamless. I'll tap right here in the center of the forehead and on the nose. I tend to get the most oily down my nose and in the center of the forehead area, so that's where I like to really concentrate this powder. It keeps the oil at bay all day long for me. I usually don't have to repowder with this stuff, which is a good thing. Alrighty. So next what I like to do is I take an angled brush and take my bronzer. I don't necessarily contour, but I do like to bronze to give some color back to my skin and add that dimension back in, because your face kind of goes flat if you just add a foundation powder on top, because its job is to cancel out any redness and give you a clean slate to work with. So I just apply this bronzer to give color back in. I don't necessarily contour, but I still take it in the hollows of the cheek area and on the perimeters of the face. So on the sides of the forehead. Notice how it's just giving me some color back in. And also, I'll take this bronzer on the apples of the cheeks as well, because I don't really like to apply blush when I'm in a hurry. So I'll just take this bronzer and use that as my blush as well. And I'll take it down the sides of the nose. Hit the jawline to make sure everything's blended together. And then also what I like to do with this bronzer is I like to take a blending brush, and I'll just take some of this bronzer on that brush, and I'll take it in the crease of the eye. What this does is it makes you appear more awake and makes the eye appear wider. It just gives a little bit of shape back to the eye after we put down that concealer. See how it's making such a difference in my eyes? This is just a neat little tip that I like to do to bring dimension back. And then I'll take the flat end of a brush and apply some of that bronzer to the bottom lash line here. Also, again, to open up the eye. Make it appear larger. Alrighty, and then what I like to do next is I like to take an eyeshadow color that is close to my actual brow color, and I don't necessarily draw in my eyebrows. I just like to take a little bit of the powder and kind of fill in the sparse areas and kind of elongate the tail there. So just kind of filling in those areas. It just kind of makes a little bit of a difference and makes you look like you have fuller eyebrows. Alrighty, so next what I like to do is I just take a mascara. This is actually a brown mascara, and it's the Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. And a little trick about mascara, if you want to make your eyelashes appear fuller and longer, I like to take the mascara one and kind of roll it on the top of the eyelashes. And that kind of gets rid of any powder that might be sitting on top of them and making them appear not as dark as they really are. I do add quite a bit of mascara. And then I'll do the same thing to the lower lash line. If you'll kind of wiggle your brush as you're applying to the lower lash line, it kind of coats every lash on the bottom here and kind of evens them out and helps them not stick together. Alrighty, and that is how I get my quick and easy, affordable, out the door makeup look. I also wear this when I'm going to work or if my husband's rushing me out the door. I just like to do this to give something to my face to make me appear like I've tried, but not tried too hard. Thanks for watching. I hope everybody has a good day. Bye.